Welcome back. In connection with the previous lecture, that is, in previous lecture we have seen how to construct Schottky TTL NAND gates and NOR gates and their operation, truth tables we observed. Today let us see another logic family using bipolar transistors only, that is ECL, emitter coupled logic. Already I said the purpose of emitter coupled logic and Schottky transistors to avoid the saturation time, because of the saturation time the delay is large in the TTL families. Okay, to avoid that, Schottky transistors in previous session we have seen how to use them to design to realize different gates. Okay, now today's session is to discuss about the ECL, emitter coupled logic. So before going to discuss that family, let us see once the logic levels in TTLs and noise margins, also subfamilies in the TTL and CMOS. Okay, so in TTL case, the logic the range of voltages, what are the range of voltages for logic low and logic high are, with reference to logic low, 0.0 volts to 0.8 volts range is used for the logic 0 representation, whereas logic 1 representation the range is 2 to 5 volts. 2 to 5 volts. Okay, this is the range used in case of TTL. Okay, similarly already we have seen in the CMOS. Okay, then coming to noise margin voltages. So you know what is noise margin? Noise margin is a tolerable voltage. Tolerable voltage up to which noise effect you can get the correct results. You can get the correct results. That range is referred as the noise margin. Okay, and there are two types of noise margin with reference to logic low and logic high. Low level noise margin and high level noise margin. Okay, so whatever it may be, it is the voltage differences. Voltage differences. In case that is with reference to logic high level voltage difference is the high level noise margin. Low level voltage difference is the low level noise margin. Okay, that is low level noise margin formula is VIL maximum minus VOL maximum. VIL maximum minus VOL maximum. Similarly, high level noise margin is VOH minimum minus VIH minimum. Okay, difference between high level voltages. Similarly, difference between low level voltages. Okay, then now let us see the subfamilies in the TTL. The different families are like this. Just 7/4 is the standard one. 7/4 is the standard one. 7/4 H represents, the notation H represents high speed TTL family. High speed TTL it is. 7/4 LS is, L represents the low power. L represents the low power. 7/4 S represents the Schottky model. Okay, so this particular TTL is Schottky TTL. Okay, so if the notation is LS, low power Schottky. Low power means that family uses very low power consumption. Okay, it require very low power. Okay, then AS is advanced Schottky. ALS is advanced low power Schottky, and the notation F represents the fast. Okay, very fast logic family. Okay, like that there is a sub classification under TTL. Okay, similarly CMOS also there. While in case of CMOS discussion, we not yet seen the logic families under CMOS. So let us see once. They are named as 4000A, 4000B, 4000UB, but very popular ones are 54 or 74C. So generally 54 series ICs are used in the military purpose, whereas general purpose 74 series. Okay, then coming to 74C means just normal CMOS standard model. Okay, 74HC is high speed CMOS, HCT is high speed CMOS, and it is compatible with TTL ICs. Okay, means you can connect the output of this CMOS IC as a input to the TTL ICs. Okay, that is both ICs can share its data without any ambiguity. Okay, AC means advanced CMOS, ACT is advanced CMOS and also compatible with TTL logic family. Okay, FCT is fast CMOS and TTL compatible. FCTT is fast CMOS, TTL compatible with TTL VOH. That too, VOH is high level output voltage, So like that there are subfamilies in both TTL and CMOS cases. Okay, then coming to another bipolar logic family, that is ECL. This is the fastest logic family out of all logic families. All logic families means bipolar and CMOS. Out of all logic families, the fastest logic family is ECL, emitter coupled logic. Okay, so this is the basic principle in the emitter coupled logic. Okay, so by seeing this, you can identify that this is a differential amplifier. Okay, in the differential amplifier, the concept is if one transistor is in on, definitely the other transistor goes to half state. Okay, so that is the action of these two transistors. These two are almost their action is inverting action. Okay, and these two transistors coupled by an emitter resistor, that's why it is called emitter coupled logic. So because of the drop across RE, if one is in on means the other goes to half state. Okay, so that opposite state of these two transistors is achieved because of the emitter resistor. Okay, so this is the basic connection. Here only one transistor you are using means it acts as a one transistor shows inverting action and another transistor shows non-inverting action. Okay, so with reference to Q1 transistor inverting we are getting, with reference to Q2 transistor non-inverting we are getting. So generally with the left side transistor the input is applied, whereas the biasing voltage is fixed for the right hand side transistors. Okay, now let us see how to design using this basic structure different logic gates. Okay, now this is the circuit diagram under ECL for the NOR gate and also OR gate. Okay, two outputs, definitely two outputs we are getting complemented outputs. One NOR means another one definitely OR. One NAND means another one is AND, like that. Okay, so now the left hand side transistors, what I said in previous slide, the inputs must be applied to left hand side transistors, whereas for the right hand side the base is a fixed bias voltage. Proper voltage has to be maintained. Okay, now let us observe the action of this circuit diagram. Is it work as NOR gate or not? Suppose if both the inputs are at logic low, that means very low voltage, means that voltage may not switches on transistor Q1 and Q2, both are in half state. Since these two transistors half state means that is open circuit, hence at Vout1 we are getting logic 1 output, because entire this VCC is available here, so Vout is logic 1. So I said already, if the left hand side transistors are in half state means the right hand side transistor goes to on. Okay, so when it is on, at its collector the voltage drop is, the voltage availability is very less. So that's why out to voltage is very less, hence the logical value is 0. Okay, so at the out 1 the logic value is 1, whereas at out 2 the logic is 0. Okay, like that. Suppose if both A and B are in at logic high, if both A and B logic high, both Q1 and Q2 transistors are on state. On means actually a short circuit almost. Short circuit means at the collector of Q1 and Q2 the voltage is very less, that is considered as logic 0. Considered as logic 0. Okay. So with reference to left hand side transistors, now the right hand side transistor in half state. Okay, half means at out 2 we are getting high voltage, that is logic 1. Okay, similarly if any one of the input is logic 1 and other one is 0, okay, so one transistor is in on and one transistor is in half state in the Q1 and Q2. So since they are connected in parallel or shunt, if one is in on means the entire network also in on. The entire that shunt connection is equivalent to on or short circuit. Okay, hence the output is at out 1 or NOR output is 0. NOR output is 0, whereas out 2 is 1. Okay, so therefore at out 1 it satisfies NOR gate truth table, whereas at out 2 it satisfies OR gate truth table. Okay, so that is the way how this ECL work as a NOR gate. Okay, but here what is the advantage is, so here the transistor may not operate in the cutoff and saturation. Okay, so here the transistors operate in active only. Okay, when they are in on means they operate in the active, that is nearer to saturation, so the storage time is very less, hence the propagation time is very less. High speed of operation you can observe here. Okay, so let us see in 10K series, the ECL family notation are 10K series or 100K. There the internal diagram appearance is like this. Okay, if you observe up to this part, the circuit diagram is same what we have seen in previous slide. Okay, what we have seen in the previous slide, up to this transistor Q1, Q2, Q3, up to this the diagram is same. Okay, then what is the rest of the network means, so this network, the diodes and transistor network provides proper biasing voltage at the base of the right hand side transistor, that is transistor Q3. I said in previous slide, the right hand side transistor base is maintained at proper biasing voltage, whereas inputs are connected at the left hand side transistors, right? And what is the purpose of transistor Q5 and Q6 are? Their purpose is to provide emitter follower output, So already you know the emitter follower output is to provide very low output impedance, and to drive large current. That is the advantage of using emitter follower. So therefore the transistor Q5 and Q6 acts as a emitter follower at the outputs of both the collectors. Okay, for the right hand side transistors and left hand side transistors. Okay, so the remaining operation is everything what we discussed in previous slide. Okay, so that is the operation of the emitter coupled logic as a NOR gate and OR gate. Okay, okay, so in the next class you can see the interfacing of one logic family with the another logic family. Is it possible, or if not possible, what you have to do? How to interface one logic family with another logic family without affecting the end result, right?